Hey guys, what's up? My name is Adeno Ross, and today we are going to be reacting to Corina's interview with Paperbag Boy. As we all know, she's been kicked out of Hoyo. Now that's great news. I wanna see what this interview is about, what she's talking about. Maybe she talks about the whole Jacob situation and other things. Obviously, that's gonna be asked. Obviously, we're not going to react to the entire interview. I'm going to cut out most of the part, but I'll keep the parts where it seems interesting and you guys should see. So let's go. Here's the interview. Let's start it.
Do you believe the collective work refusal will end when the strike does, even if Hoyo doesn't sign the agreement?
Actors are too afraid to say anything because the minute that we do, we're blacklisted. I know I'm blacklisted from the last studio I spoke about this about. I had sent work.
Wasn't that the studio that Hoyo helped her to like settle the matters? Yeah, that was the studio, right?
To Hoyo that said I refuse to come back until the game is union specifically. Remember, I like a year or two ago I had come forward stating that I had not gotten paid within 7 months, like for 7 months. I'm getting more into debt because I'm not getting paid on time.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Paperbag Boy here. So today we are.
It's very hard to take our words into account because he's been caught lying multiple fucking times.
VA, Corina Boettger. I would like to say this is an interview, not a debate, so I expect everyone in the comments to be as respectful and cordial.
I've been reading a lot of books lately because I've been kind of sick, so I haven't been able to stream or anything, but I've been reading a lot of books, and I got into Fourth Wing. It took over my life.
Jesus fucking Christ, her voice, man. No joke. I think my ears are bleeding already, and it's been 1 minute of the video. I can't imagine Paperbag Boy to listen to her for 30 minutes. And obviously, he had to talk with her pre-interview and shit. Oh, God.
Yeah, I saw that on.
Yeah.
So how did you land the role of Paimon in Genshin Impact?
Okay, so it was like every other audition that you kind of do in the industry. Got a random audition from my agent, and it was like, this is project, and I don't remember what the code name was at the time because they don't tell you what you're auditioning for ever in video games because of NDAs and stuff. But it was for the character of Paimon, the female traveler, and also Amber. And
Oh, God, imagine she had the voice of Amber. Amber is already annoying as is. And if she voiced Amber, that would be fucking awful, dude.
So
yeah.
this is obviously where we get to a tough question. You know the drama
Yeah,
that's
finally.
going on, and we can't avoid it. It's something that has to be discussed. So why was Jacob Takanashi getting the role as Kanish received so poorly by the other voice actors?
The reason why is because in the United States, obviously actors stick together, and actors. I remember being a very young actor working in theater and being told, "You never take the role of a striking actor. You do not do that. That is not okay. It's not cool." But even further than that, in the United States, we have a strong history of sticking by our fellow workers and not taking the jobs of those that are striking.
Okay, so here's the thing. You and most of the VAs went out of your way to harass Jacob Takanashi. Not only that, you also did it in such a way where you are hoping that the community is going to attack him as well. I don't think that's justice. You cannot just sit on your high horse and claim that what we are doing, we are calling him out. You can't just say we are calling him out just because they are not following your agenda or the way that most of you are going, because as you can see the tweets, they were trying to make it in a way that the community will also see Jacob as the villain. Thank God the community did not see it like that. We are not stupid. But that's the thing. And here you also said, wait, let me rewind.
And further than that, in the United States, we have a strong history of sticking by our fellow workers.
Yes, sticking by your fellow worker. The thing is, Jacob is not your fellow worker. Why should he stick by you? Since John and others are your fellow worker, Jacob is not your fellow worker. And even if he was, I think if Jacob was doing the thing like what he's doing right now, if he still kept on doing the job, you would still call him out of it, because he's not following your your motives, your agendas.
And not taking the jobs of those that are striking. And you cannot like the way that I went about it. That is 100% valid. You're very welcome to have that opinion. But at the end of the day, it has been a strong history that when a worker takes the job of a striking actor, you call them out.
No, yeah, that's not the thing. You guys didn't call them out. You cannot just act like we are the good people. We called them out because they were trying to take my job. They were trying to take another actor's job. You cannot do that, because fucking everyone saw what you guys did when Jacob Takanashi took the voice acting job for Kinesh. And I don't think that's not good, man. You cannot just show yourself as the good guy. Like, you cannot act like the good guy while you guys are the main problem, you know?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what you're supposed to do. And again, you don't have to like it. You don't have to like me for it. That's totally fine. But that's the reason why.
Yeah.
No, that's not the reason why. She's backpedaling like you cannot like it. You cannot like me because of it. She was hoping, after calling Jacob out, she was hoping that her community will also go and harass Jacob. But since they did not do that, she's like, what I did was good. You guys have no fucking clue. You have to call people out like this. You cannot go. Oh no. Shit like that, you know?
All of the fans want to know, it's what everybody's here for. Do you believe the collective work refusal will end when the strike does, even if Hoyo doesn't sign the agreement?
So I can't speak for the rest of my castmates when it comes to this, so I'll only speak on my own behalf on this. As I said earlier, when Jacob got replaced,
Jacob? Dude, John got replaced, not Jacob. Wow, she cares so much about her fellow workers that she can't even get their names straight. She's saying Jacob lost the job, not John. It's Jacob. And this happens 2 times in this video, 2 fucking times. And you guys can tell me like they have the same kind of name, John, Jacob. But seriously, dude, seriously, if she actually gave a fuck, okay, if she actually gave a fuck, she would tell the name straight. She does not give a fuck. She's just trying to show herself as the bigger person in the room.
as his character Kenichi in Genshin, I had sent word to Hoyo that said I refuse to come back until the game is union specifically. And the reason why I said union specifically, because I know some other actors, they just want an AI like protection signed. That's all they want, and they're willing to come back into work. For me personally, I will not come back unless it's union, and the reason why is because we are still having issues.
She's not coming back at all, and we're happy about it.
Issues with getting paid within the 30 days as stated on our contract. If we still, and mind you, remember, I like a year or two ago, I had come forward stating that I had not gotten paid within 7 months, like for 7 months. This most recent time.
This is hard to take her word for it because she has been caught telling lies multiple times, and before that she also had this same problem with another company where Hoyo, get this, where Hoyo helped her with the issue. So I don't think Hoyo's gonna be the one who's not paying her for 7 months straight. I know about the 5 months, but it's not Hoyo's fault really. It's the agency and you know, shit like that.
I've been consistently not getting paid on a 30-day basis, but like for this one, it took 5 months for me to get paid finally.
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's a very long time, and I work paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, it's really hard to talk about this because I don't know if this is true or not. You cannot like, I don't know if this is true or not, but she's the only one who's talking about this. None of the other VAs are talking about it, so it's really hard to take her word for it because, you know, she lied before.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm getting more into debt because I'm not getting paid on time.
Yeah.
And if I still have to ask my parents to help me pay for my rent, I might as well actually take a stand here and say, well, I have to do that anyway. So knowing that my contract is not being obligated the way it should be currently in the state that it's in, it tells me that even if an AI protection were to be signed, unless there is actual enforceable protections, I cannot trust that it will actually do anything. And I look, you can have your
And honestly, by the looks of it, I don't think you guys even care about AI protection. You just want to play the victim in this role somehow, some way.
feelings about what you feel about SAG, but at the end of the day, voice actors do not make enough money to pay for lawyers to be able to actually enforce what's in our contracts, which is why these studios don't.
Yeah, this is true. Most of the voice actor or in the acting career, you're obviously not making enough for more than enough than the company, and it's hard to sue them based on the contract. You can do it; it is possible, but on most occasion, it's an uphill battle. And for that reason, it's understandable. Like she's talking about, you cannot actually fight Hoyo like that with the lawyers and stuff. But most of the time, people see the company as the villain. By what these VAs are doing, Hoyo just seems like the saint. Isn't that a bit weird?
Pay us on time because they know this.
I could definitely see that as like the main issue. That would be, if I was voice acting, that would be my number one issue, is getting paid on time, considering the fact that I worked in the acting industry and actually experienced it firsthand. Whenever someone blows you off again and again and again, and you don't get paid for months, it's ridiculous.
And the fact that this has already been addressed once and it still has not been fixed, and it's 2 years since then or 1 year, but this is a consistent problem within our industry, is that studios regularly do not pay their non-union work on time.
Yeah.
Regularly. And actors are too afraid to say anything because the minute that we do, we're blacklisted. I know I'm
Yeah, this is the only thing she's been talking about, that other people are too afraid to say it, but she is the one who's not afraid to say it. She has been like, listen to this part.
blacklisted from the last studio I spoke about this about.
Yeah, she has been blacklisted from the last studio where, get this, Hoyo helped her settle the situation. And the thing is, she's talking all this shit about Hoyo. Hoyo is not doing anything about it. They are not blacklisting her. They are not taking her job away. And they just want her to come and work. I mean, obviously, she lost her job. Corina lost her job.
It's definitely something that my viewers know about, because it's something that I bring up often, is the fact that in the voice acting space, blacklisting happens way more than anybody even wants to admit that it does. Whether it's coming from directors,
Yeah, that happens for most
things like that.
most kind of
For sure.
industry like
it's
this.
why most actors will not say anything. It's why we stay silent while we're suffering and just trying to get paid. And again, voice actors, most voice actors like myself, are paycheck to paycheck. I'm on food stamps myself. I know.
What an asshole. Holy shit. Yeah, no, I do not believe that. Yeah, I get the feeling that most actors don't get paid. Yeah, there are some people here who's working and still like doing acting jobs side by side. But you cannot just say that, like, I'm not making enough money with a position like Paimon's position. I ain't gonna believe that. You can say stuff like, I'm not getting paid like 5 months, 3 months, or shit like that. How is that even paycheck to paycheck if you're not getting paid? There's inconsistency in her story. The only reason she's picking up, like the only reason she's bringing up that the other VAs are not talking about it, is because they don't want to get blacklisted. She's been talking about it. She haven't been blacklisted until now. So what the hell?
I know several other voice actors in Genshin that are also on food stamps, or they have 4 to 6 other jobs that they're working on besides just voice acting because it does not pay the bills. And so knowing all of that, and then on top not getting paid in a timely manner, this is very simple stuff that should be easy to do. And at the end of the day, technically, legally, it is the studio's obligation to pay us on time, but Hoyo is the one that needs to sign the SAG contract, so that way we actually have enforceable protections when it comes to this.
Okay, yeah.
So for myself, I will not come back until it is union, because as of right now, I cannot trust that I will get paid on time unless a union is actually there, a union representative that can call them and say, hey, you didn't pay your actor.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. That definitely clears the air, I feel like, with a lot of people about, you know, at least your intentions when being involved. And I definitely...
Well, at least she's not coming back anymore. Anyway, guys, that will be the end of this video. She's just been saying the same shit she's been saying all over Blue Sky. So she just doubled down. So there's nothing else to talk about anyway. I'll see you guys in my next video. See ya.